Okay, I'm glad we're all here to share our recovery and our practice. So, this week, second week, we get to discuss feelings. Last week we talked about body. Next week will be mind, and it'll keep going. But and again, when I first thought about it last week, feelings, I saw a wonderful quote by Eckhart Tolle. I'm always mispronouncing his name, so I did it again. I'd apologize to him, but he's in Vancouver. He said, feelings are where our minds, or no, where our body's reaction. Feelings are our body's reaction to our minds. And it's when our minds encounter something, our body reacts to our mind's response, right? And so I spent some time thinking about that, and I don't know if it's 100% true, but I'd probably give it a 97% true. In most circumstances, my feelings are my reactions to the world based on my ideas in my mind. So as I thought about it this week, and I didn't even have to write it down, I've thought about it so much. It's such a cool topic. Are the three pretty famous teachers, and I think all of them have their own wisdom, some of their wisdom being supreme. When I think of how I create feelings, how I respond with feelings to the world based on what's in my mind. And I start with Eckhart Tolle. Let me turn my phone off so it doesn't start ringing on me in the middle of all this. And he talks about the pain body. The pain body is everything I have not dealt with that causes me to respond unconsciously to what's going on around me, often in a negative way. The pain body can be pretty harsh. And Eckhart Tolle says sitting and being aware of our pain body and being aware of that place causes it to weaken and become less and less a part of ourselves, or attached to ourselves, I would say. So I think of that, and I'm like, yeah, there are things in my life that have happened that I no longer remember from very, very early childhood that have become thoughts in my head. I know one thought I encounter quite often is the world is not a safe place. And that creates feelings in many circumstances. Another thing I encounter in my head, in that pain body, is there is not enough. Now, in a crisis, sometimes there's not enough. I'm not going to say that. I'm not one of those people who say that people who are going through a famine, it's their fault. It's not. It's usually conditions beyond their control. But me thinking there's not enough in America in a middle-class job, it's not a rational thought. And then I'll think there's not enough love or attention, so beyond not enough things. And I'll say there's not enough. And that belief will cause me to react emotionally when certain things arise in ways that I find unpleasant. The other great teacher is Thich Nhat Hanh, and he brings up store consciousness, seeds. So we plant seeds in our consciousness. When we meditate, when we chant, we practice Dharma, when we're with good company and practicing good things, we put good seeds in our consciousness. And I say we, I want to say I. When I get angry in traffic or in the classroom or online or with a friend during a conversation or something else, that too can plant seeds in my consciousness, and I will respond to them. And what Thich Nhat Hanh says is always to be aware of the seeds we put in our consciousness. And sometimes I like to watch entertainment that may not plant the best seeds in my consciousness. I'll just bring up one I saw today before I came here. I watched The Last of Us. I love that show. It's a great show. But do I want all those things in my consciousness? This doesn't mean I'm going to go and quit watching The Last of Us, but it's something to be aware of. What do I feed myself? Because those seeds get in there and then I react to them. I respond to them. They create emotions as my body responds to how my mind reacts to the world based on all those things that are in there. And the other one, he's not a Buddhist. Sigmund Freud talked about the unconsciousness. We'll put Jung in there too. Carl Jung, who talked of the collective unconsciousness. I think they came stumbling upon something that it's evident to me that Buddhists knew about for a long time. That there's this whole sea of things in ourselves that we're unaware of, that are older than memory. So when I sit and I encounter, and I've always found those things, and I'm just going to go back to the two I presented tonight. There is not enough, and the world is not a safe place. Those are thoughts that were built up over my life, often traumatically, and those thoughts, I found those thoughts through experiencing intense emotion, oftentimes fear. Once I'm done being angry, there's this big ugly block of fear, and I don't like experiencing fear. But to follow it back to where it's coming from, there's not enough. The world is not safe. I need to make it safe somehow. It makes it so my life, I can live it more sanely. I know that my addictive patterns, especially my drinking and my eating disorders, are strongly associated with that not being enough and the world not being safe. I'd spend all day at work and I'd become angry and frustrated, but what was really circling around down there, if I took a deep look, was fear. And if I looked even deeper, I decided the world was not safe. That I'm not doing well enough to keep my job, so I will lose it. And I would come home and I would drink by the bottle. So it is important for me to be aware of that. And also be aware because of how I want to live my life as someone who is compassionate and does good and doesn't harm other people. I used to be very aggressive in my words and sometimes in my actions. And it's something I enjoy not being like anymore. And it involves me being aware of my emotions. I've had ugly thoughts in the last week where people have done things mainly way above me in the media, but I've had thoughts where I would like to kill them. I would like to do them physical harm. And when I feel that, it gives me an opportunity to chase that inside of me. And I run into that place where the world is not a safe place. I feel threatened. And how I want to deal with my threats. Instead of understanding them and instead of finding a peaceful path for change, is to eliminate them. I go, oh, there you are. I still have that violent person inside of me. I mean, even Thich Nhat Hanh said he could relate to serial killers. He did. He says, I'm a killer. He saw it. And it's inside of me. I view it. So the feelings, it's almost a joke in another place I go to when it comes to the feelings, and everyone will start singing that song, feelings, and nothing to be taken lightly. The courageous person is in touch with their feelings. I just want to spend that. Just give us some time to think of that place of our feelings and where they meet and how they come from trauma and how they also just come from my beliefs and my thoughts and how my body reacts to when those thoughts and beliefs are triggered by outside events. And I have the choice not to let that be me, to observe what's happening, to know what's happening, and to choose not to persist in that state. And when I do that, I have good practice and I have good recovery. I'm less likely to use. My cravings will go down. Cravings themselves are a feeling. I know we all know what those have felt like. Before I go into the meditation, my metaphor for my cravings has been feeling like I have to go to the bathroom and I can't. For hours, days, weeks, months. It's a strong, strong urge. And we all know that urge to go to the bathroom. And if I want to be free, I got to surf and ride out that craving, see where it leads me and let it disappear and die out. So I want to do Om Mani Padme Hum. I want to go old school. Blessed is the heart of the lotus. That part of ourselves that turns everything that's ugly into something beautiful. And then follow that with some silence. You can follow along if you feel like it. It's not required, both online and here, whenever you feel comfortable. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Let's just sit in a few minutes to enjoy the silence. Thank you. Okay, dedication of merit. May all places be held sacred. May all beings be cherished. May all injustices of oppression, devaluation, and theft be fully righted, remedied, and healed. May all who are captured by hatred be freed to the love that is our birthright. May all who are bound by fear discover the safety of understanding. May all who are weighed down by grief be given over to the joy of being. May all who are lost in delusion find a home on the path of wisdom. May all wounds to forest, rivers, deserts, oceans, all wounds to Mother Earth be lovingly restored to bountiful health. May all beings everywhere delight in whale song, bird song, and blue sky. May all beings abide in peace and well-being, awaken, and be free. Namaste.